Now let's stop. Get up and get up.
Hello, Merry Christmas, ho ho ho. My name is Tucker Johnson, and I am your host today as we all experience Nimdzi Live, where we talk about the latest and greatest in translation, localization, internationalization, culturalization, and all that fun stuff global companies need to delight their international customers. On this program, we invite guests who like to have fun, or have some value to add for our audience of globalization professionals. I'm always eager to provide a platform to those with a good story or a good data set. So let us know if there are any topics you'd like covered or guests we should reach out to for future episodes. If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe, follow Nimdzi Insights on whatever platform you are logging in on. We should be live on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and some other ones. I need to put that in my script because I always forget. But wherever you're coming to us from today, welcome. If you do hit that subscribe button, then you will be one of the first people to get notified when we schedule new live streams or publish new research here at Nimdzi Insights. Quick introduction to the platform. Most people are joining us from LinkedIn. I already see we have a LinkedIn user from Berlin. Hello from Berlin. I'll have to check out to see who that is. As you can already see in the chat over here, if you leave chat over on LinkedIn or on Facebook or any platform that you're on, we can bring those up on screen and we can address your questions and comments as we are live here today. If you're watching the recording or listening on one of our podcast platforms, then welcome to you as well. Of course, we won't be able to address your questions live if you're not listening to us live. So, without any further ado, today's topic, today's guest, we're talking about video localization. Now, as a project manager in my past lives, I've worked on a lot of video localization projects, and they are becoming more and more common. Back in my day, it was the occasional project, but it was some of the industry trends that we've been seeing here at Nimdzi, and hopefully we're going to be able to talk about today with our guest. The need for video localization is increasing over time. And today we are looking at a newly launched video quality control tool called fly.qc. It's a web-based tool that will save massive amounts of time when reviewing localized video versions. I had a chance to take a look at this tool earlier with Oscar before this call, so I already got a little sneak peek, and we're going to be demoing it live to you too as well today. It's more than just a tool, it's a global rethinking of the quality control method used in video localization. And of course, our guest today is Oscar Martinez Diaz. Oscar is the founder and CEO of Loc and Capture. Loc and Capture is a company dedicated to localization, subtitling, and video production, specialized in the video game industry, with offices located in Alicante and Madrid, Spain. Oscar, welcome to Nimdzi Live. How are you today?
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, I'm doing great.
Did I get everything in that intro? Anything I missed out?
No, you did great. I couldn't explain better.
Great. Well, welcome to the show, and thank you for bringing this topic. This is a topic that came to our attention. We were talking to you here at Nimdzi about another thing that was working on, and we saw this tool and we said, this is a really cool tool. We need to talk about this and share it with the rest of the industry because it's a really good idea. But before we get into the tool a little bit, tell us a little bit about Loc and Capture. Who are you guys? What do you do? Who are your clients?
Sure. Well, we mostly work for our media agencies that they have to localize their campaigns into many languages, and so usually they call us for doing so, to help them with localization, usually graphic and audiovisual localization. So we are used to produce massive amounts of videos and images. Yeah, we are a team of only editors and project managers. So we have only one goal, and it's to produce very quick and with all the quality that we always achieve. And yeah, that's mostly what Loc and Capture is for.
And you mentioned we mentioned in the intro that you just mentioned that you focus mostly on the video game industry, but video is becoming more and more common and necessary out there, regardless of what industry people are coming from. This is what we've observed here at Nimdzi Insights. The need for the demand, I should say, for video game localization has just been skyrocketing, and especially like in the last 5 years with the rise of over-the-top streaming platforms and the move away from traditional broadcast media. And before we get into the tool, and sorry to keep you guys waiting out there, if you're looking forward to seeing the tool, I know I am as well. We'll get to the demo, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit bit as an industry expert, what are some of the trends that you've been seeing in the industry when it comes to video localization?
Totally. We've seen a huge shift in the past years, like the past 5, 6 years. Usually, media agencies were used to create videos for TV. Usually, they need to produce just a 16 by 9 one. And they were very, very, very precise and pixel perfect. Like they needed to accomplish so many quality tests. But nowadays, things have changed, and usually campaigns are much more focused on online, so they need massive amounts of video. Like we are used to get briefs that need different aspect ratios, different platforms, different durations, and they need them all in the same time. So sometimes we are facing, I don't know, a brief with 2 or 500 videos that need to be localized, and that's a new problem, that a new challenge we need to face, because to produce 500 videos or 200 videos, whatever.
500, just to clarify, 500 source videos or target
Yeah,
videos?
no,
So
totally.
five,
Short videos, for example, imagine that you have a campaign for a massive video game as FIFA is, for example, no?
yeah.
And then you have Xbox, you have Sony, you have all these platforms, Origin, for example. You need to address them, and also you have 60 seconds, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 6 seconds, and you have also 4 by 5 and 1 by 1, and
So
like
becoming
you start multiplying, and in
much
the end
less
you end up.
standardized today, right? So like you were saying, it's not just the 16 by, oh, I don't know the
No,
aspect
not at
ratios,
all. Yeah.
but it's all over the place, especially with videos on mobile phones. And this is something that we're seeing with 5G technology rolling out as well. Internet
Mhm.
speeds are getting faster, connectivity is more and more prevalent, and video is the platform of choice. I mean, I have to ask, have you been affected with the rise of TikTok? Do you see any TikTok or short social media videos, or has that not hit you yet?
No, well, I haven't downloaded the app, but I think, yeah, work-wise, we have been affected, because there's so many more videos that ask for 9 by 16, and usually that's for TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's massive, the shift. We've been flooded with that kind of requests.
And so, because of these volumes, the volume increase, so decreasing standardization of content types or of format, I should say, and increased volume. Because of the volume, I would imagine, but correct me if I'm wrong, that the demand for dubbing and voiceover is not skyrocketing through the roof, but rather we're seeing more demand for subtitling. Am I correct in that assumption?
You are completely correct.
Yeah.
I think, yeah,
Dubbing's
dubbing,
expensive.
it
It's
is,
a,
and takes so much effort, and you need
that's
like a
why it's
global.
expensive. It's a pain in the butt.
You need all the actors that's the game to be involved also in the campaigns. So that's a lot of people to coordinate, and also you have obviously to pay them. So in this case, I think that left us so much space for companies like ours. Like we don't need to know the language. We just
Right.
need to apply them.
And
We just need to apply it correctly, so we can know if something has been well applied or not, even though I don't know Turkish. But if I have the translation in Turkish and I have the video, so I can compare, and that's exactly what like you see is for,
yeah.
comparing to.
And as you know, we're talking quality control is the topic of the day. And so I also got to ask you, there are so many automated. So when I upload this to YouTube, well, I'm not uploading it, I'm live streaming it to YouTube. But once the video renders, there will be subtitles that are just
Mhm.
automatically generated by
Ah,
YouTube with this voice recognition and speech to text technology and machine translation technology. So there's all of these automated free, more or less, solutions, free or very low cost solutions out there. What's the place? Where's the time and place for free solutions, and where's the time and place to hire a professional to come in and subtitle your videos? Because I'm sure you get this question from your customers all of the time.
I think that usually that's a good point because I think artificial intelligence is getting into this industry by storm, and it's gonna be huge in the future. And yeah, these subtitles are usually created by this kind of technology, and it's amazing. But it has its own limitations. If there's a client that wants to keep consistency with the video, for example, they don't only want the subtitles to be there so you can read. Also, they usually want that they are also appealing and they have the same look and feel as the rest of the video.
Right.
So in that case, if you are doing it with artificial intelligence, you may not be able to burn them in a way that you are feeling that is cooler, for example.
Yeah.
So whenever you want that, you have to call us.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. It's hard to talk about artificial intelligence or machine translation in the same sentence as quality control, unless you're talking about a quality control on top of the machine translation or AI, essentially.
Yeah, I think that's the future.
Yeah,
But
it is the
this,
future. Like, there's no doubt. Like, that's the way this is going. The question is, how do you maintain that human touch while still leveraging the efficiency gains from machine
there's
translation?
there's something there's something key about that, and it's why we need editors and why we will need them for a long, long time. And it's because there's also editors in the other end that produce all the graphics. So they will give us usually a project that is made by man, made by someone that is a creative person, and they do things their own way. So
Yep.
that is really, really difficult to make a machine process it. You need someone
For
that
now.
under for now,
For
for
now.
now.
Let's see 10 years from now
Yeah, let's see.
when
But
we're
right
all
now,
working for the machines.
yeah, but right now, as people create projects, you need people to also manipulate them.
Yeah.
Because, for example, we receive videos that or projects that are super heavy, like 20 gigs or 80 gigs. That's when you enter in that project, you come in, you see how they wire things, and nobody does the things the same. So if you want a machine to do that work, you will need to make everyone work the same, and
Right.
that's not very likely to happen in the next future, but it will at
Well,
some point for sure.
Well, I think this is a great segue into actually going over and taking a look at this tool because if I can give it a little bit of an intro, is this tool and what's my title I have up here? Video Quality Control Multitasking with fly.qc. And I created that title up there after I had a chance to look at the tool. I think our original title was like Tech Enabled Video Quality Control.
Okay.
And really what this tool is, it's a great blend between human quality control and using automation or using technology to essentially make that go faster, make it much more efficient. So it's not a fully automated tool. It's rather just well, I don't want to give it away here. Let's go over and share the screen. Why don't you walk us through this here? What do we have on screen, Oscar?
Sure. Now what you're seeing is the fly QC when you load some videos there, and this is a way to see videos in a very human way. We are betting for that right now because um, as I told you before, we automated all the process to create versions of videos, but that makes that creates another problem when you are able to produce 50 videos in 1 hour or in, I don't know, in one day. Let's be more realistic.
Right.
uh, you have the same problem at the end. You need to review them. That
Yeah.
someone needs to see if everything was well applied because
Let's
they
just wait. I want to hang on that for just a sec. I'm talking to my project managers out there. If you're working on a video localization project, you need to review the videos before sending them back to your client, sending them back to your stakeholder. Do not assume that everything got implemented correctly. And, this is something that we talk about quite a bit here at, when we do workshops on project management, for example, at Nimdzi Insight, is this chain of responsibility. And quality is everybody's responsibility, but ultimately, if you're working on a project and before you hand that back to your stakeholders, you need to open up those files and at least do a quick sanity check. At least look them over. Are they the right files? Were they labeled correctly? Is all the content in there? Was everything translated properly? And I just wanted to hang there for a second and call that out because unfortunately that's not common practice. Well, I should say it's not as common of a practice as it should be. And this applies to LSP, project managers who may be working for a client. This applies to marketing program managers who are working for an agency who you have an end client. And this applies to you at the end client. If you're a marketing manager who's outsourcing this work, once you get that delivery, you're going to want to log in and check your videos out before you push them live to your clients. So sorry for letting me jump in there, but
Totally, totally. No, it makes total
I need
sense.
to preach a
This
little
is
bit.
this is why we created this tool, because maybe, as you said, maybe there's something that some producers are not doing, but maybe it's because they didn't have the tool.
That
So
could be.
now they do.
Well, what is the tool? I see here on screen 6 different videos or 6 different screens. What is this?
Yeah, this is a player, but this is a very special one because they let you synchronize videos and see them at the same time and give some orders to them at the same time in a synchronized way. So this way, it's you can control them really in a very easy way. Just
So
let me
6 different versions of the same video. Yeah, why don't you show us here?
this is, for example, here, if I toggle this button, you will see that this is the Swedish one, the UK, the Spanish, the French, the Netherlands and the US versions of the same video. We had this request to produce all these videos, and they are all in their own language and with dubbed audio. So once we produce them, we need to check them. So with this is very self-explanatory. I'm gonna play this. This way, you will see the subtitles are already running. And if I go a little bit,
It's muted. Is it supposed to be muted? Okay.
it is. So here, for example, at the end, you can see all the videos at the same time, and you can check if you have your translations, for example, open in another screen. You will check in just 1 second if everything has been well applied and there's nothing that has that is, for example, out of screen, or that it's not it's still in their original language or whatever. Also, it's great for brand consistency.
Right.
Here you will see that all videos look to each other, because if only one person will review one video, you won't really know if all the campaign is looking completely alike. So
So to me, this solves 2 problems that I'm just thinking back to my project management days when I would manage these projects. And the 2 problems that I see it solves right off the bat is A, being able to review side by side. Because if I got a bunch of localized videos, it was very hard to play the English and the translated versions at the same time and do a side-by-side comparison. I mean, you could do it. You could open up 2 different media players and play them, but it was always hard to get it exact. The second problem that I see this solving is that I could only do that one at a time, really. It was very, very difficult for me to open up more than one language and compare them side by side. And here, you can literally review 6 different videos all at the same time.
exactly, that's how the idea was born. Actually, like I was trying
You got
when I
sick of doing it the old way and said, "Screw
trying
this!
to
I'm
sync
gonna."
4 or 5 videos and trying to play them at the same time, and I will always have some delay, so I needed to pause and play to see if I could sync them. Sometimes I managed to do it, but imagine that you want to pause so you can check, right? It's really difficult. So in this case, you always have these videos all synchronized. See, now I'm moving frame by frame, so I could check if, for example, animation comes in at the same time. That is a major advantage.
Yep. I
And
apologize
also,
to our podcast listeners out there. Go watch the YouTube video.
so also I wanted to see, I'm still moving. If you need to, you have that audio here and you need to check it, you can do it live because
Okay.
we have shortcuts that let you control completely the tool. You can go to the beginning, you can go to the end, you can move much quicker, for example 4x, or you can go really slow.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't want. Sometimes there might be periods with no dialogue or nothing to check,
Mhm.
and you don't want to watch the whole video.
Exactly.
Can you
So
go?
for example,
Can you like speed it up and do like 2x speed and stuff like that?
this is 4x. I'm gonna go
Nice.
to 2x. I am using the shortcuts right now. You could go here and, for example,
You
3x.
you video guys love your shortcuts. Oh my
we
gosh.
do, we do, we do. For editors, this is they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. So the thing that for audio, this is why I wanted to show this campaign exclusively because it's dubbed. So if you use your shortcuts, you could do this. Oh, sorry, I am in this dialogue right now.
Make a student individual summer chaos into summer bliss.
I am moving.
Estas vacaciones deja a un lado las preocupaciones.
Activité de nos cours sur mesure, accessible partout.
Wenschmoment kan leren waar de zomer je letting you enjoy your perfect summer.
I don't know if it's clear what I did here, but I was moving through the audio tracks of this one, so I could go. If you see in this track here, in this button
Yeah,
here,
down on the
you will
bottom.
see that I'm moving using my numbers, so I can go track to track live. So I could move and see if all the audio has been well applied. If it's in
Oh, nice.
Swedish, if it's in English, if it's in Spanish. Let me do another test. I'm going to the English one right now.
Make a student individual can you find the summer
The
bliss?
English one, Spanish.
Estas vacaciones deja a un lado las
Avec la flexibilité de nos cours sur mesure,
You get the point, right? You get the idea. So
I think I heard German, Spanish, and French at some point, or something. 3 different languages at least in there.
I know it's a bit messy, but once you get used to it, like you can move super quickly between the audio tracks using your up and down arrows also. So even when the video is running, you could move between different audio tracks and see if everything has been well applied. So this is a really good advantage for people that are localizing dub campaigns.
It's very so. Who? I'm sorry. Did you have more on the screen to show us?
I do have more.
All right, all
because
right.
this is-
Don't let me. I'll save my questions for the end here.
So this is only just one of the features. Only the player is one of the features. There's another thing that is really interesting. I'm gonna make a really, really quick walkthrough. You can order their videos. You can give some info, for example, the height, the width. You can add some offset to the video so they can move like 1 second ahead of the rest, or you can move using the slider. You can toggle the names. You can move them by column, so it's
So very customizable.
it's very customizable. Obviously, you can add more videos or you can remove them if you want. For example, let's remove these ones. Oh,
Okay.
sorry. And this is the land page of the. I wanted to
Very
to-
simple. I like it.
You have to just drag and drop. Right now you cannot see it because I'm only sharing my tab, but I am dragging and drop other videos.
All
And
right.
for example, you have these ones here. But they are different, so you can look at how they look. These have more text on them, so it
Yeah.
makes more sense to use this tool in campaigns like this one. And this is more or less what the tool does. For example, here, how quick you will be able.
So you dragged and you just took some videos from your desktop and dragged them into the tab, into the browser. What is this, Chrome that you're using?
Exactly, and that's
Right.
it. You don't have to do anything else. Like you just have to drop, and this is great because of privacy.
Yeah,
because
I was
not
going to ask you about that. Tell me about privacy. So it seemed like those videos uploaded very quickly.
exactly because it's nothing is happening in the internet. It's everything's happening on your computer. So
So the
if you're
videos
reviewing,
actually aren't getting uploaded at all.
they are
Everything's
not getting uploaded. No, 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 not at
nice.
all.
Okay.
No, it's like when you know when we transfer, you drop a video, but it doesn't go, and it like in another tab gets open. It's like more or less the same. It's using the
Oh, I
Chrome
see. Yeah.
player,
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
So
I know that's a
uh,
big concern. A lot of people don't want their stuff uploaded to God knows where, or their client stuff uploaded to God knows where. So this is just a simple tool, and it's just utilizing the Chrome web player functionality, but everything's sitting on your desktop.
exactly. Yeah. You can also, for example, see it in widescreen if you want, and to check in more detail. But as I told you before, this is just one of the main features of the video, the player. It's a huge advantage. Once I'm telling you, since I use it, wow, it made my life so much easier. Like because this is only 8 videos, but you could even, for example, imagine that you have a deadline, really short deadline, and the editor came really late, and you need at least to check 40, 50 videos because you have to send it right straight away. You could do it because this is a very light.
Holy moly.
Uh,
Holy
yeah, this
moly.
is a very light. Sorry, I wanted to add
What's the
8 seconds.
maximum number of videos you can have? I mean, I think at a certain point, the human brain is the limiting factor here, but for the tool, what's the maximum number of videos you can review at the same time?
No limit, no limit. Just your computer makes that's is the limit.
Wow.
Your computer capacities. But for example, I know that here it's not great for reviewing. But imagine that you need to do at least one view of everything because you are nervous that there's something that really looks really off. But in this case, you could watch it. Let me mute. You could at least watch it and see that everything is well applied,
Yeah.
more or less.
Well, because you're going to be able to see, like, just pause right there. It's like I
Mhm.
can see some formatting inconsistencies right there. And these are the type of QC things that you're doing as a project manager. You're not necessarily looking for perfect language. You're just like, wait, why is the top line bold on this one and the bottom line bold on the second one? And most likely it's because that's how it was designed and it's perfectly fine. But it triggers that sanity check. And let's
Exactly.
say one of the scenes didn't render properly, and a big error message comes up. File media missing, blah blah blah, because it just didn't get uploaded. These are the type of things that you can check from as a project manager. I don't think the use case for this isn't really for linguists themselves necessarily. I mean, they could. It would be a useful tool for let's say the Spanish translator who worked on it to review it side by side with the English. But I see this more as a project management quality control check because the project manager is the one that's going to be looking at 10 different videos.
You are completely right about that. Completely right. This is more of a tool that will give you so much peace of mind. At least you know that
Right.
everything was well applied, and at least you know they are looking good. At least you know they are all looking the same. It's so easy to keep consistency this way. You know, maybe if you want to see in detail, you will in the end send it to a linguist or a Spanish. For
Sure.
example, you are reviewing a Spanish one,
Yep.
you will give it to the Spanish guy, but the Spanish guy will only see the Spanish video. So
Right.
how does he know that it looks exactly as the German one? As you said before, imagine that this video, this in this case, in this campaign they asked for this exactly, like they wanted to bold only the price. But imagine that this is a mistake. So if you see this, you are the Polish, this is a Spanish guy. If you are the Spanish, you think that is okay. But for example, if you
Right.
see the Italian one, you will say, no, look, the Italian one is the opposite. So maybe it's a mistake. But you only get to notice that if you do it this way.
So
So
what happens? So let's say we're doing our final quality control here. What happens if we find something that's wrong?
this is the thank you. This is the other main feature of the video, because it's not only for reviewing, it's also for creating quality reports. I'm gonna remove some videos because there are too many.
Sure.
I'm gonna super quick. I'm gonna throw them off here. So imagine that you are reviewing your videos, and then you see that something is off. So you click on them,
Hmm.
and this displays, and you can say, "Oh, text is outside of the mass," and you want to highlight properly, so you can draw. Even you can change it. If, for example, you can draw in white.
And this is all, you haven't left Chrome yet, right? This is all in the tool.
Totally, this is in the tool. So you okay. So as you see here, you have a point here that lets you know that you added a comment there. Let let's go to the Greek one and say translation is not well applied. Please review. Okay, you have another comment there. Oh, animation in the German comes late. Advanced 10 frames, for example. Go to this is something that imagine that this is something that happens in all videos. So you will say this anchor comes later in all versions. So you click in global comment and you make sure that this will be applied to the whole videos. Let's add something here in the Turkish one. Price is not correct. Oh, and I'm gonna highlight it. So once you have that, you can go to you can press the C, or you can go to the comment column, and you will see here how many comments did you add.
Oh, very
You
cool.
use
And
you
it
go
has
the
the language. Can you
uh-huh,
like filter it by language? Can you export it? Sorry, I have too many questions.
so you use the A and S. You will go and you are able to surf the slider and go to each moment to see and and
Oh, because
compare
it,
what.
it shows down there on the slider the different moments.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Uh-huh. You can also edit it. For example, you can say accept friends, for example. Or you can, I don't know, this one I'm gonna delete it because it's no longer needed. You can even change the name of your report. Um, Once you have that, you can download your report and it will be completely formatted and ready to send to your editor or to your client or to your project manager or anyone that is interested in these videos. Right now, I'm only sharing this tab, so I should if you want to see the Excel, I should share the whole screen. I don't know
Oh,
if I can.
yeah.
So I
Let's
can do.
let's give it a shot here, and if you can
Okay,
switch the screen sharing mode,
I will.
because I want to see what that Excel looks like, because I've seen
Okay.
some pretty ugly exports in my lifetime.
Uh-huh.
So
So okay, and I'm gonna
I'm
do it. I'm
I'm
gonna
pre-
try
I'm prejudging your export here.
it. Let me see if you like it or not. Okay, I'm gonna share my whole. Let me know if you can see everything.
All right, looks like it's coming on up here. There we go.
So this is how it looks. So here,
Okay, so it puts the image, separate tabs. Or sorry,
Mhm.
walk us through the spreadsheet, will you, Oscar?
Sure, sure, sure. You get a tab for each video that you have added any comment. As we added a global comment, you get a tab for each one. Um, Here you can see that, for example, in this one, the Brazilian one, we didn't add any comments, so you only get the global comment. The anchor comes late in all versions, but you still keep going. You will see that, for example, in the Italian one, we added one that says text is aside of the mass, and you will see that in this case is highlighted, and the drawing that you did is already there. So imagine the editor is super easy for him to picture what he needs to do. You don't have to take a screenshot, add an
Oh
email.
gosh, I cannot tell you how many hours of my life I've been
This is
taking
over.
screenshots, annotating the screenshot, copying the screenshot into an Excel file, filling out the Excel file, and this just does it all
Yeah.
automatically in the export.
you have here your name.
Timestamps, and the timestamps automatically there, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we added one to the Greek one. Translation is not well applied. Please review, and you will see here your screenshot and everything. So now you have your report like super easy. Like this, it's the times that you need to, like it's because the pain. I know the pain, so that's why we created this tool, because we were like this man, there must be a better way to do it, because I'm spending so much time taking a screenshot, sending in a Slack.
Oh, yeah.
The comment will get lost, whatever, and it's crazy.
You know, they say war is the mother of all innovation, and I say a lazy developer in a lot of pain is the mother of all innovation.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
well, this is a really cool tool. Let's, what are some of the use cases here? We already mentioned it. I mean, it looks like a kind of a project management QC tool, but do your clients use this directly? Do you provide access to them so that they can use it as well? Who uses this usually?
Exactly. The clients, our clients have access to this tool. Right now, it's in a beta version, so there's and we are getting feedback from them, applying some of the suggestions that they give us. So it's right now it's not for the public access, but it will be soon enough. Like maybe in February, we're thinking about releasing at least a version, maybe a reduced version for free. But yeah, our clients get it for free.
So this is just for your clients. You're not releasing this out to the public yet.
At some point, I think we will. At least maybe we're thinking about, for example, doing like a limited one with 6 videos or no report. But maybe yeah, these conditions we need to think about them, but and see also if if it if people want it. Also, we need to see how this if we see
Test the market.
some movement there and they ask for it, if people will, we are always open to any conversation. So anyone that wants to work with it, I'm sure that we will find the way to collaborate, for sure.
Well, I will say if there's anybody out there who is interested in becoming a client of Loc and Capture, go check out their website here. Loc and Capture, that's LOCN capture.com, and you can find out more about what these guys are doing over there. And before I let you go here today, let's bring up the chat. And I see we have some people pushing their wares here, and my hot photo. Gotta love the spam comments from YouTube. Hey, engagement is engagement. My hot photos here. So if anybody is interested in seeing this user's hot photos, head on over to our YouTube page, I guess. So not much in the line of comments. Any closing statements before we close up here today, Oscar?
I would say that people, I talk with a lot of our clients, and they are still reviewing videos for one-to-one, and they have the same problem as ours. Like if we are sending 50 to 10, 100 videos, they will receive them and they will need to review them. So I think this solves a very, very big problem for them, for producers, for brand managers, for not only for editors that we created for, because we are editors mostly, but I hope that this opens a new way of doing things, and as you said before, like people will be less afraid of reviewing videos, and they will be liking their jobs a little more because this is a very, very daunting task. So hopefully this will be loved for some of our peers.
Well, I can vouch for you. This solves a lot of the pain points that I used to have as a project manager. So if I think it looks awesome, then I'm sure there's some PMs out there, some marketing directors that could also find some value out of it. So Oscar, thank you so much for coming on today. You are the last episode of Nimdzi Live before Christmas out there. So Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas.
I thank you so much, Tucker. Thanks for everything. I shouldn't stop sharing, right?
That's all right. We're wrapping up here, so I'll
Thank you
say
so-
goodbye to you, sir. Let us play us out here, ladies, gentlemen, chat. We are out of time for today. If you enjoyed this episode of Nimdzi Live, then join us next time in the new year when we have some really interesting stuff coming up. And if you're not already signed up, make sure to follow Nimdzi Insights on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, all of that stuff, and you're going to be one of the first people to be notified when we go live next time. I appreciate our guest, Oscar, today. I appreciate my colleagues here at Nimdzi Insights doing all of the hard work so I can have these fun conversations live. I appreciate everybody in our industry who fills out Nimdzi surveys and schedules briefings with our analysts so that we can include you in all of our published industry research. And finally, I appreciate all of you guys joining us live today in the chat. I appreciate the dialogue, I appreciate the questions, and especially the criticisms. And I look forward to seeing you all next time. Cheers.